Who'd? The girl said she tripped, but her hubby didn't ask details, total mystery. Modo lifted Kirsty like an Olympic athlete. Villagers, seeing her wounds, rushed to the doctor's door as if spotting a dinosaur. While examining Kirsty's injuries, the doctor thought, "Okay, Modo, what happened?" The doc called it a night wrestling match, telling Modo not to fret, a master of comfort. He asked Modo to notify Kirsty's family to pick her up tomorrow. Tonight, she's staying to recuperate. Sounds like a farewell bash. Subtitles. Modo left the doctor's residence brimming with confidence. Yet early the following morning, he still dashed back to the doctor in a distracted manner. What an overly anxious young man. Kirsty still sleeping, recovering from last night's adventure, or dreaming sweetly. After a quick chat, Modo thought about taking her home, but Kirsty was like, "Hold your horses. You're off to war soon." Her family showed up to take her home, but once she looked in the mirror at her injuries, it was like unlocking the floodgates of memory. Spotting blood-splattered clothes, Kirsty realized her epic show was totally down the drain. The young folks started floating off like hot air balloons, headed to the front lines in France. Modo was no exception. After saying goodbye to Mom and his little bro, he took off. Kirsty showed up to see him off, while the guy gifted her a book as a testimony of their love, so romantic. This book held all the secrets and my dad's address. It's basically a treasure map. Dude already knew everything, and the book contained the boy's life savings and his uncle's address in the States, both silently dreaming of America. Right now, they just wished Modo would safely fly back to protect their little business, and Kirsty placed her dad's necklace around Modo's neck. Talk about blessings galore. But when the fiancé tried to kiss goodbye, Kirsty dodged him on purpose, struggling with her feelings of being kicked. Youth left, village calm, but Kirsty's mind wild. But she was haunted by nightmares, reliving last night's horror movie in her mind like an unshakable curse. Even the officer noticed her injuries and paid her a visit, but when he asked, the girl stubbornly insisted she just felt it was like no one could take her to court. Shockingly, a month later, Kirsty hadn't showed up for her staycation. Talk about sweat-inducing. This made her feel uneasy, fearing she might be ghosted. So she worked on the farm, desperately dodging reality. Even Mom was confused, feeling like she'd turned into a whole new person. But Kirsty's shining moment was getting a letter from her fiancé. The words were filled with romance and blessings. Inside the envelope was a photo of Modo taken before heading to France, her ultimate keepsake. As time went on, problems mounted. Kirsty intended to reply, but suddenly vomited on the street. Thankfully, no one noticed, but in this secluded village, a married pregnancy was a shame. Careless of that, feeling anxious, she headed to the post office to hand the letter to the staff, trying to mask her dramatic expression. Her anxiety was noticed by an old lady nearby. At home, Kirsty grabbed a basin and vomited. When her elder sister intended to step forward and ask, Kirsty, who had no patience, snapped, "Don't bother me." She wanted no one to know. Just a quiet life, but her belly grew. Hiding it was impossible. To hide her pregnant belly, the girl wrapped it with white cloth, but this trick was like trying to save herself from a sinking ship. Seriously, a baby wasn't a blessing. She wasn't married, and this was a total scandal. If the villagers found out, she'd face 1,000 judging eyes, but this village was surely very conservative. Unexpectedly, it arrived. She got a frontline letter from her fiancé express. Kirsty took the letter to the seaside, unwrapping herself from the restraints, feeling reborn. The letter overflowed with her fiancé's longing and frontline hardships, bullets whizzing by recalled sweet times. Those were desperate times. No one could predict when life's next curtain call would happen. He dearly missed his loved ones, and his beautiful dreams of home were the only courage keeping him alive. But seeing friends fall around him, even the strongest will could be revealed by reality's sly trickster. Just then, Kirsty's sister snuck over and stumbled upon Kirsty's white bandages. Under her sister's questioning, Kirsty reluctantly told the truth, but must keep it from Mom. When the sister saw the bump, she didn't show too much shock. She knew her sister was engaged, so this baby surely belonged to Modo, not some alien life. But within this lay many secrets, and an unexpected event followed closely. A soldier appeared on their way home. This guy was the sister's boyfriend, and an old buddy who fought alongside Modo. This time he returned, shockingly missing an arm. When Kirsty inquired as to why Modo hadn't come back, he could no longer restrain his emotions and found himself drowning helplessly in painful memories. Everyone else was out searching for him that particular night, yet he was nowhere to be found. Was he truly still alive? This was the necklace Kirsty had given to her boyfriend, wishing for Modo's safe return home. But at that moment, all her sweet dreams shattered. Back home, she cried like a river, as their plans to go to America faded into nothing. All her illusions surged within her, throwing her into endless pain, while her mother, holding her, seemed to realize something. That evening, Mom cautiously asked, "Do you know if your sister is pregnant?" The big sister had planned to keep it under wraps,